A man's body was hung from a tower crane. Opposite is the police headquarters. This is simply a provocation to the police. The masses were horrified by the scene. Soon police arrived at the scene. When Detective Captain Kue lifts the white cloth, the expression on his face froze. The subordinate Maji asked him if he knew him. Lao Kue shook his head again and again. In fact, he not only knew the deceased, and he killed it himself. Just 2 days ago, the director informed Lao Kue that he planned to promote him. The brothers congratulated him on the news. There was also a celebration party for him that night, and scraped together the money to give him a delicate necktie home. After 3 rounds, Lao Kue got in a taxi and left. But I don't know that his fate is about to change. On the way, he closed his eyes and rested. I woke up to find that this is not the way home. He quickly asked the driver to stop, but the driver is not only indifferent. Instead, he drove the car into the wilderness. Lao Kue got out of the car and asked him who he was. The driver stabbed him with a knife. But Lao Kue is the captain of the criminal police. After all, skill is not a problem. When the two were scuffling, Lao Kue unfortunately killed the driver by mistake. After some hesitation, he still planned to call the police. But the director just happened to call. Tell him not to cause trouble recently. Just focus on the promotion, for their own future. Lao Kue quickly cleaned up the traces of the scene. Any place where fingerprints could be left, he wiped it all down. Then he dumped the body and walked away. But what he didn't expect was, the body was hung at the police station the next day. The taxi opposite was also found by Mark. Lao Kue thinks he does it flawlessly, but subordinate away, but found the tie in the car, and he didn't say anything. He hid it. Then they found a blood well in the trunk. Confirmed that this is the vehicle that transported the body. The incident was reported by the media. Tao caused quite a stir. The director has ordered that the murderer must be found as soon as possible. Otherwise, the reputation of the police force will be lost. Since Lao Kue cleaned up the scene in advance, so the investigation team did not find any clues. Mag, according to the taxi number plate, start to check the surveillance on the night of the crime, one by one. Soon they made a discovery. There was a passenger in the car, but because the light is too dim to see clearly, at the same time, the medical examiner is also among the deceased. Found some dander under my fingernails. Marco speculates that this may be the murderer. He didn't notice the wound on Lao Kue's neck. Lao Kue knew that sooner or later he would find it on his head. So he took advantage of his colleague's lack of attention, stole surveillance footage of himself getting into the car. But this scene happened to be seen by Away again, but he still didn't debunk it. Just said they found a suspicious figure. Everyone immediately went to check. This time it's the suspect transporting the body, and the front face is very clearly photographed. So the police immediately went to arrest. They had just arrived when they ran into the suspect. The crowd quickly got out of the car to catch up. The other party is obviously familiar with the surroundings. After a while, the police were successfully dumped. Coincidentally, the suspect happened to be blocked by Lao Kue.